Welcome back to Car Mechanics Simulator 2021. Today, as the title suggests, we are speed fixing cars as we aim for the £15,000 in the bank to enable us to buy a garage extension. And without much further ado, our first car is the 2015 Griffin Tyro, which has brake issues. Normally fairly simple to fix, and then when I say speed fixing, we are speed fixing. We are flying through this. We're trying to get this £15,000 as quickly as possible. We've got a lot of cars to get through. The reason for this rush to the extension is because the next story mission needs bodywork replacing and fixing. So I thought, let's aim for this extension. As you can see, all the brakes are fixed. It's fairly simple: calipers, brake discs, nothing major, a couple of brake pads. Nice and simple, easy job. And that's what the majority of these will be. So for this car we actually spent £229. We made a profit of £169. Small profit, but a profit nonetheless. Next car we have the 2017 LaCroix Fret, which has exhaust issues. Fairly simple fix, needs a new exhaust pipe and middle muffler. Just got to raise it up, take off the exhaust, replace. Nice and easy. It's not going to net us a massive amount of money though. So for this car we spent £152 and made a profit of £81. Again, a small amount of money. Next we have the 2009 Royale Town. And this needs a quick brake fluid change. That's it. Just the brake servo needs draining and refilling. So we won't actually speed through this one because it is literally as simple as opening the bonnet, taking our draining tool out and draining the fluid. And it gets simpler. We then unscrew the cap once we actually put it on the right setting. There we go. And pouring new liquid. That's it. Again, this will not net us a massive profit, but XP comes into it, and it's another car done. We'll add it to a history of more cars that we're doing. And that is that done. That's how simple that job was. So for this car, we actually spent £15 and made a profit of £34. Again, not a massive a deal, but it's every little counts. So next, we have the 1992. I've lost my none. 1992 Category Tomago. I kind of lost my place there. With brake issues, brake problems. So again, the brake pump needed doing, the ABS module, and now we're just looking around the wheels, take them off, check the brake discs, brake pads. Fairly simple job again. That one needs brake pads. I told you this will be a speed through. Just double checking everything just to find out if there's anything other issues there. Not majorly. So with this one, because we had to replace the ABS, we actually spent a bit more than we had previously. So for this car we spent £1,508 and made a profit of £870. Small, a little bit better than we've made on previous cars, I must admit, but the ABS module and the ABS pump, were the big expenses which made us spend more money. For the next car, it is the 2003 Ribsan Z530. Now this has suspension and exhaust issues. Nothing major though, once more. So let's speed through this fix. Exhaust off, exhaust replaced, and there were two connections on the front for the suspension. Got to take the wheels off to be able to do it. There we go, wheel back on, other wheel, other side, get it off, get it replaced. Nice little job, wheel back on, and we are done with that already. So for this job we spent £142 and made a profit of £85. Again, a small profit, but a profit nonetheless. And that's the important part here. For the next car, we have the 2000 Hinata Kagura SX. This has timing issues and an oil change. So this will be a little bit more time consuming. And currently we don't have the engine crane to take the engine out, because we need the extension first. So we're going to have to do this inside the engine. So we're actually going to examine the car first. I'm just trying to make sure where everything is. Time in case we need to take off. You can see the issue straight away. The problem with doing the engines in the engine compartment of the car is they're very small places. You don't have much room to look around without something else getting in your way. We did manage to do it. That's the engine done. Just checking the timing side now. Yeah, need a new cog there. New cam gear it was, in fact. And oil in. And we're done. Nice little oil change timing issue. We spent £451 and made a profit of £524. Again, it all adds up. And that's the big thing here. We're just trying to make our way slowly towards this mark of 15,000. So we can get that sent away. And look at our next car. Oh, I thought I did do oil. That's telling me we haven't put enough in. Okay, well we'll have to have a look at the oil again. I saw myself put it in. Maybe we didn't put enough. Maybe I backed out too quickly. I'll let it over. There we go, it's overflowing now. That's definitely in. I think maybe it's the coolant. I think we had a little issue there. The coolant needed topping up, but it didn't say that. There we go. Coolant done. That should be it, I think. Just double checking myself. It's so easy to make a mistake. It's good to always double check. I think that is it. As I say, that was a small profit. The profit was more than what we spent. Always a bonus. So next we have the 1983 Emden Jaeger with brake problems. Simple brake issue, 3 calipers and a brake disc. And let's speed through it. Nice, quick, easy job. So for this car we spent £263 and made a profit of £141. We are slowed down, as you can see, we're actually already over 10 grand. So we're slowly getting there. So now we can just get this car sent away and move on to the next one. And the next car is a 2015 Griffin Tyro. This has brake issues and needs fluid changing. The fluid changing actually needs draining first and then refilling. Sometimes it just says to top up. So off we go. ABS, one of the first issues to replace. That means we're going to spend a decent amount of money, but generally when you have to replace the ABS module or pump, the money you receive back is actually good. It's good. It's a significant amount of money. We're just draining out all the liquids and replacing them, because the brake issues aren't going to affect liquids. And you can see straight away, brake pads, brake caliper, both need replacing. Nice and easy. The brake calipers are fairly simple because you can see them through the tyres fairly quickly. So you know they're the ones you need to do. And for this car we actually spent £807, made a profit of £897. Nicely done. For the next car we're looking at the 1993 Fmw Sentinel. And this has timing and exhaust issues. This car got a little bit interesting. So we haven't done the timing belt on a V8 before that I can think of. We thought we'd examine the car just to try and spot the issues. This was a little bit new to me. The reason it was new was, unbeknownst to me straight away, the timing cover was behind all them cogs at the front. So to get to the timing cover, we had to take them all off. I wasn't quite 100% aware of this. I'm trying to look around the engine, trying to find where the timing cover is. Taking little bits off, trying to, work my way around the engine. And because we can't take it out, it makes life more difficult. So yes, we've speeded this up. This took me a while, just trying to find how to get into the timing. But as it's a V8, it is one of our first ones we've had to do this issue. Once you've done an issue once, you're generally a bit more afraid how it works, and it becomes a lot easier to find. There'll be a later episode where I struggle on an engine we've not done before, trying to find how to refill it with oil. Once I figured it out, it's easy to explain, but until you know, it becomes difficult. See, at this point, I've probably taken off too much. But now we figured it out. So the cogs all come off the front. And then the timing cover, and there we go. There's the belts, which is what we needed to replace. So it was simple once you knew where things were, and now it's a case of putting all the cogs back on. This took a lot longer than it should have done just because of the knowledge was lacking. But like I say, for next time, we have the knowledge now. As long as I remember, it's not too bad. So just finishing off putting the engine mat together, or the covers anyway, really. We didn't really go too far deep into it. Refilling the coolant, and there we go, job done. So for that, we spent £789 and made a profit of £908. A decent profit. Downside was the time that took. It was a lot longer than some of the others. Oh, we'd missed something. Just when you think you're finished, we actually missed the idle roller. Now this should be simple to spot, as it should go white. There it is, just down there. This is what makes working inside the engine difficult. You have to try and spot where things are with things blocking your view. But I think that's done. We should be able to send it off and get our money. We did indeed. And we're edged to over 12,000 now, so we're getting there. So the next car is a 2003 6-on Cebulian. I apologise for our pronunciations. It has running gear issues, which normally means our favourite part, the bushes, need replacing. We can't test for the bushes. Even examination, as we're doing straight away, mainly for the XP, doesn't actually tell you if there's an issue with the bushes. There is an option later on, if you buy a test track next to your garage, that will actually test the bushes. We can't do that yet. And the bushes aren't expensive. Finding them is the problem. They're quite small, discreet, and every chassis and suspension is different. So you'll have more on some, less on the others. It's just trying to spot them. I've got into the habit of taking them off generally, and checking them manually. But we had to do the swing arm at the back there as well. That needed checking. This one I'm just checking around, seeing if I can see anything. We've had another suspension issue. I could be completely wrong on these bushes at this point. One suspension issue left. Can we find it? Here we go. It was a bush. Single bush. The other two actual suspension issues. So for this we spent £166 and made a profit of £159. Not bad. And as I say, we've edged over the £12,000 mark now. So next, we have another 1993 Fmw Sentinel, but this time with exhaust issues. In theory, it should be a very easy quick fix. Just going to examine the exhaust to see if it will tell us the issues. Whilst at it, examine a few of the parts, just for the XP. It's always nice to get them extra XP points. And that will hopefully speed things up. We'll even do a compression test. We don't need to. Fuel test, you never know. But it's all XP. That's the more what I'm thinking about at this point. So use the opportunity when we can to gain the points. The quicker we level up, the quicker we can upgrade things. So both catalytic converters off, both back on. And that's that done. Nice and easy. We actually spent £360 and made a profit of £190. The job took a little bit longer because we examined and did testing that we didn't really need to do, but that was a nice, quick, easy profit. The next up, we have the 2007 Reno Bianco with an exhaust issue and a general service. Now, exhaust issue just needs a front exhaust section changing, and the general service is just to refill the liquids. We don't need to drain them, it's refill only. So middle exhaust, easy peasy. Get it out, get it back in. We didn't realise we had to take off apart from the engine first. So while we're in it, we actually drain the liquids. I didn't actually need to. Sometimes I think it's safer to drain them first because we have been caught out before by not draining them. It's one of those, you spend a little bit extra money, but we've managed to realise we needed to take the part off the engine, and then we can now put the part back on the engine, job's done. So for this one we spent £98 and made a profit of £100. So far, so good. And we're up to 12,786. We're getting there. So the last car for today is a 2017 Mayan M3 with brake problems. And again, first of all, we look at the ABS. It's our go-to now. Always go for the ABS first, especially while the engine bay's open. It makes sense. There's a brake caliper there that needs sorting out. And I think this whole video in real time took about an hour and a half to do this many cars. Which this, including this last car, is 13 cars in total we did speed builds on. I thought it went really well. So for this car we actually spent £98. I made a profit. No, we spent £806, sorry. Made a profit of £457. So the total profit for all 13 cars that we've made today is £4,615. We are £2,000 short of our target. But the next episode we'll do 1 or 2 customer jobs, and that should push us over our target for the extension and body repair kit bench that we need for the next story mission. That's the plan, that's the aim. Hopefully you're enjoying the series. We have got some skill points to spend as well. As you can see, the garage expansion is £10,000, but I want to leave £5,000 in the bank at all times to allow us that leeway for fixing cars. That's what I'm aiming for. As I say, if you enjoy the series, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, ring the bell, and a like is always helpful as well. Thank you all for watching, and we'll see you next time.